A new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Let us begin. Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? The low is denied. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner.
It's not over.
Box him with a target combo. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. The jump in is denied. Gets the jump in. Brushes off the impact. Projectile to try and change the situation. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Springs forward with the drive rush. They need to rely on their instincts here. Medium kick, love tap to close it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. Jump. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Zones with the fireball. Denies the jump in, which springs forward with the drive rush. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Manages to block the jump in attack. Grabs and throws him away. Knockdown and full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Big opportunity coming. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. From upstairs. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Time to reassess the situation. Both fighters planning. This can lead to some big damage. Springs forward with the drive rush. Okay, here we go. Impact counter! Oh, that's so sick. Pops off the tank and scores the win. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opens with a jump in. Who's going to steal this win? Hits him with a stopping block. Gut punch shreds him. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one thing about it.
What's wrong? Get up.
Can they make the most of this? Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge.
Yeah.
Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. What now? The jump in is denied. What are they gonna do? The drive impact doesn't work. Player 2 still has a chance. What a finish!
Putain, j'ai raté. Putain.
Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Putain.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Jumps in. The low heavy hits. Low heavy. Very nice
Yeah.
anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Knockdown. Saw that low heavy coming. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that.
Merde.
On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming, takes a trip. The drive impact doesn't get them the punish counter, but it's still good. Fireball from very long range. What's next? They were expecting that drive impact. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Hits them with a stop and block. Overgoes for the Shin Hashogeki. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Breaks those shins. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Not much life difference. Just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. Knockdown and... Oh, burnout triggered. What a finish.
Merde, putain, enfoiré.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Putain. Oh.
Here comes a new challenger.
Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. Checks with the projectile. No good up high. Starts with the jump in. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Trips him up. Answers that jump in with a perfectly timed parry. They made it look easy. This is a real back and forth match for some. They definitely know what the other is capable of. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Taking smart play to stop the opponent. Demon Raid? Saw that jump in coming from a mile away and parries it perfectly. Throws a fireball. Throws a drive rush to keep it going. KO!
Merde.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Nice parry. Can't tech the throw. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Akuma going in. From upstairs. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 has a chance to win the round if there's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. In there! That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Projectile to try and change the situation. Knew they'd go for it. That's a good read. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Gonna pay for telegraphing that jump in. Sticks the jump in. Neither of them willing to back off. Saw that jump in coming from a mile away and parries it perfectly. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Knockdown and comes from
Merde!
the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Who's going to start things off? Demon Guillotine crushes. From upstairs. Picks up the counter. This is going to be hit them with a stop and
Eh, ça marche pas.
Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Giving them the warm and button with a parry and kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Here comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. Throws them down. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Starts with a jumper. Deal some damage with that quick combo. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Got their eye on the air. Checks them with the projectile. Fantastic reactions there. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Was looking for that jump attack. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if it intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start. They were right to be on guard there. Chin right kick for a mix-up. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Manages to block the jump in attack. Barely blocks the jump in. Looking for a chance. Jumps. Player 2 can't use any drive move. Knocked them out of the air. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player 2 is the last fighter standing.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Blocks the jump in. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Gets the knockdown, and now long low attack hit. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers can turn this around in their favor. I think they decided to create some distance here in order to slow down the pace a bit. Shows a medium kick. A quick breather. Pokes with a medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Reverse spin kick. Sonic boom. Come from the front like that. What a comeback. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps in. Strings it all together. Player 1 comes back from the brink. Can they keep this focus? Zones with the fireball. Time to reassess the situation. Going in. Blocks the low heavy, and Player 1 is dominating this match. They were right to be on guard there. In there. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Blocks the low heavy. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? What is he thinking here? The low is denied. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. That drive impact is blocked. The low heavy hits. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Inadire's picks up the win with a projectile. Good read. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The jump in is denied.
Putain!
Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Sonic Blade's a fish for a reaction. A quick breather. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure. Both fighters planning something? Checks him with the boom. Pokes with the medium kick.
Merde.
Going in? Gets scooped from down low. Barely blocks the jump in. What'll happen? Nice read. Denies him with a somersault kick. Hanging on for dear experience in there.
Putain!
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Goes air to air to deny them a chance. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 1 with the life lead. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. All right, what's coming up next? Neither of them willing to back off here. Long low attack hit. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The jump in catches them. Throws them. What's next? Jump? Barely blocks the jump in. Box him with a target combo. Player 2, were they baiting them into that? Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match.
Putain!
Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Scrapping it out up close. Manages to... The low kick hits. Crowns him from above. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. This is gonna hurt. Connects with the throw. The low. Amazing. This unleashes a big damage. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? What are they gonna do? Set up with the jump in. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Sit down and shut up! What a finish! Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The jump in is denied. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 1 with a sliver of drive gauge left. They may be in for a tough time. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Throws them. What's next? Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. What'll happen here? Will they try to finish the round with a drive move? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 1 can't use any more drive without burning out. Blocks it. Finishes with the throw. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Immediate jump in. Throws a fireball. Parries the projectile. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Full SA meters on deck for him. Looking for a chance. Hits him with a stopping block. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 1 has the throws them. Can they create an opportunity for themselves? Blocks the low kick. Goes to the air. Jumps. Barely. Ooh, what a smart throw. Amazing. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Dangerous range here. Medium kick. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opens with a jump in. Solid anti-air. Sets up with the jump in. Throws a fireball. Goes to the air. Shows a medium kick. Connects with the throw. Amazing. Switch sides. This unleashes some big damage. This is gonna hurt. Both sides getting blocks the low kick. Fights back with a clutch plus anti-air. Okay, here we go. Player 1 has a full wraps it up with a throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sets up with the jump in. That's a counter. Strings it all together. The low heavy hits. Lots of aggression from both sides. Jump in finds the mark. All right, what's coming up next? Nails the anti-air. Caught in the crosser. Boom, taking stock. Will that drive impact get punished? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Snipes them out the air. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Nice solid counter. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Going in, hits them with a stop and bop. Breaks those shins. What's the next move? No knockdown as the low kick is blocked. Barely blocks the jump in. Knockdown and looking for a chance. Blocks it. Genius read. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Checks with a medium. Medium kick hits. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely solid anti-air. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. This can lead to some big damage. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? The jump in is denied. Gotta do better than that. Ugh, scuffle. Knocks them out of the air. Close range projectile. They gotta dig down. Connect with the throw. The drive impact doesn't work. Fights back with authority. Reads the jump in perfectly. And whips. What a finish. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Opens with a jump in. Who's going to steal this win? Barely. Ooh, what a smart throw. Going tries him open with a Shoryuken. Brushes that off and keeps going. Hits the drive. Plenty of help. Crowns him from above. Knocks him out of the air. Nate reads the throw and escapes. Keeps him out. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. The jump in is more fuel to the fire. Cook him up. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good.
Here comes a new challenger.
Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time. The fight's now underway. This is with the play-by-play. Uses is an opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner, checks him with a projectile. Next up, player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Throws him to negate the block. Knockdown. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Can't tech the throw. Big low hits them with a stopping power. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Low heavy for the win. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Connects with medium kick. Gets the jump in. Manages to block the jump in attack. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner kick. Hill swing. Going in. Jumps in. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Good work to spend the meter on the super. Player 1 blocks the low kick. The drive impact doesn't work. Big drive gap now. Any throw will win at that range. Flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Pokes with a kick. Jump. They're denied. He's cool and locks them out. Raw super hard incoming. Bringing the heat. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Lands the super. Time for dessert. This can lead to some big damage. All in with the rush. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious the throw. In denied. This is gonna hurt. Noticeable life. Called it. Low heavy with authority. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Pokes with a kick. Kill rush. Beats off a fireball up close. Blocks the jump in. They're not going to allow any jump ins. No good on high. Grabs him. What are they thinking? Long low attack hits. The counter is blocked. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 has completely used KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. The jump in is denied. The quarter makes it hard to... Hits them with a 1-2-3. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump in. Both fighters OD cycle uppercut puts them on the ropes. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Is this gonna kill? One more! And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The jump in is denied. The low heavy hit. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Throws him down. Knockdown. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Throws him. What's next? Holds out with the block. Oh, easy tech. They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. A throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps. Grabs them. Early round decisions are... There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 needs to use its OD cycle uppercut, puts them on the ropes. No way! That's a counter. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Jumps up. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Crowns him from above. What now? Flatlines him. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Immediate jump in. Manages to throw them. Back into the corner. Drives and back misses. Connects with the throw. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Player 2, this is gonna hurt. Yes, sir. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Links it. Looking for a hook, anti-air in the clutch. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Turns out. Noticeable life with sets up with the jump in. No hesitation or regret. Hits him with the NSF copy. Ooh, sends him a personalized telegram with that crazy critical art. Can they muster up the nerves to fight back and take this round? The reactions on display. Awesome! Player 1 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Shall we? Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Parries the attack and... Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Starts with a jump in. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their get some. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. How will they take advantage of their parries to jump in to shut it down? Uses the parry. The jump in, they were right to be on guard there. Grabs them. Quick breather. From low heavy to... Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. What'll happen? Low heavy. Jumps in. Sets up with the jump in. This can lead to some big damage. Throws them. Grabs and throws them away. Looking for a hole. The projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. They go for the forward jump to start the round, looking to make something happen. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Player 2 with the life lead. Holds out with the block. Next up, big counter. Can't tech the throw, takes a trip. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. From up above, heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Projectile to try and change the situation. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. A brave forward jump there to start. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Still very early in the round. All right, what's coming up next? Grabs and throws them away. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. What's the next move? Gets scooped from down low. Nice counter. Player 2 gets the throw out of the hook. Oh. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Jumps in. Player 1 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Going in, both fighters have a full throws them. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Hits them with a stop and bop. Target combo into burns out. Player 1 is looking at a trick draw, super hard incoming. Jake locks on for the throw. Back into the so fast on the air throw. Dash. There's a burnout. Both sides getting ready. The low block. A real test of nerve. Doesn't test the throw. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Jumps up. Gets the parry in. And adds some pressure. What's the play here? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What are they thinking here? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. The throw misses. Uses the parry. Takes a trip. Snares them. Both can end the round now. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to kick. Player 2 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this in there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Was looking for that. They timed that just right to get the perfect pair. Keeping them a miraculous grab. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Overdrive cannon spike. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Nice read with the cannon spike. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Jumps in. Connects with the throw. Going in. Player 2 low heavy. Here comes drive and back misses. The drive gauge is 3. Racks it up with a throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Throws them. Jumps. Backs away. Not about that BFF life range. Bump throw. Crowns them from above. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Risky play, but it pays off. Oh, gets the air throw. Sends up. What a finish. Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. It utilizes an overdrive arc there to tack on just a little more damage. They were ready for the air attack. Very solid corner sweep. Player 2 chases them down. Takes the chance to hurt him. Caught in the crossing. Knocked down. No more drive gauge. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Blocks it. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Jumps in, smart play to stop the opponent there. Checks him with a projectile. Connects with medium kick. Knockdown. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Breaks the block with a throw. Hits them with a stopping block. Looking to impress with this super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
Bet that hurt.
This might be a pivotal super art. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Jacq uses their drive gauge. Oh, could be the start of something.
Hadouken!
Player 2 taps them on the toe. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Player 2 flatlines them. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Start. Perfect execution with the anti-air. They were right to be on guard there. Reaches out with the lightning kicks. Player 2, smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Turns out the low. Connects with the throw. Player drives it back, misses. What? Anti-air. What are they gonna do? Hitoso! Getting it some real damage. A projectile to say, get off! Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take it? A real test of the drive impact doesn't work. The jump in is denied. Strikes them! What's next? Wrecks them! Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space. Counting is over! Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Ooh, it looks like this uses their drive gauge. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Still very early in the round, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Takes a trip.
He caught it!
Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Decides to meet them in the air. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Got their eye on the air. All right, what's coming up next? Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something. Makes a huge statement with that finish. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. From upstairs, who's going to start things off? Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Reads their mind and techs the throw. Jumps. Breaks those shins.
아, 저한테 싸마.
Rattles them with the uses the gauge for a super art. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 2, smart use of KO. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The jump in catches them. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Lots of aggression from both sides. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Solid combo. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Knockdown. Long low attack hit. All that effort for so little payoff. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. From up above. Gets the knockdown, and now... Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Wait, burnout activates. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range.
Yeah.
Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Tech nacho kicks. Knockdown and attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Misses the grab. Experiencing burnout. Going in. And they create an opportunity for... Oh no, they're stunned. Player 2 wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes for the low kick. Not letting that go. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Trips him up. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. The jump in is denied. Taking stock. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drive. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with a smart stun. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Pops him with a shoryu. Knockdown and player 2 will look to apply pressure here. What'll happen here? Low heavy. Charges it. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Side switch in the corner. Throw leap fake up kick out of nowhere. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Goes for the jump-in. Projectile to try and change the situation. Starts with a jump-in. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Low heavy, what's the play here? Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Next hit will end the round. Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. Okay, creating some space here. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Hits them with a stopping bomb. Takes the chance to hurt him. There's a change of sides. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Looking for a chance. Barely blocked. A quick breather. They gotta press here to take advantage of this drive there. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Oh, could be the start of something. Jump?
Stay down.
You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Oh, the throw connects. Both fighters KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Oh, drive impact misses. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Blocks it. Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Low heavy. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Connects with the throw. And whiffs. They're wide open. Oh, yo, raw super here.
Yeah.
Excellent read. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that space. Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Oh, the throw connects. What now? Blast that off. Player 2 can't let deny. Keep cool and locks them out. Both sides getting ready. Reads the jump in perfectly. I can risky medium kick. Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Keeps him out. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Low heavy. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Knockdown. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Takes a trip. The jump-in is denied. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 will have to fight the low heavy connected. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jump-in. Everything up into... That combo did decent damage. Burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Grabs and throws him away. Manages to block the jump-in attack. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Jumps in. Barely blocks the jump-in. A quick breather. Max SA gate anti-air in the clutch. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. Blocks it. Ooh, what a smart throw. Both sides getting ready. Flatlines on. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Open tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent.
Yeah.
Shows a medium kick. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump low heavy, but no go. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. A jump anti-air in the front. Jump. Connects with the throw. Oh, here we go. Medium kick. Drops him hard. The low's blocked. Ooh, you never know what can happen. Throws him. Both sides getting ready. Player 2 has a full drive gauge, but is on the brink of death. Oh, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Baits out the low kick. They're in range. We're gonna see a jump throw burnout. Did they mean to do that? Impact squashed. The reaction's on display. Player 1 throws. I can't believe it. Are you kidding me?
Merde, putain.
Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Here comes a new challenger.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Gets a chance at that jumping. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Deftly shuts out the jump in. What's the play here? No good up high. Blocks the jump in. Goes for the throw. Big, low, reaching heavy. Anticipated that counter and blocks. Sticks the combo. Gets the knockdown, and now throws him. What's next? Life lead opens up. Shoots off a fireball up close. Where's their opening? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 2 chases him down. Closing moments of the match. What blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Immediate jump-in. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps in. The throw miss. What's the next move? Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. There's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. Knockdown and... Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. But they were right to be on guard there. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both Psycho can is activated. Let's see what they do now. What were they thinking? Can they create an opportunity? They couldn't tech the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Blocks it. Barely blocks the jump in. The low doesn't connect. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. They're really being worked over in the corner.
Oh! No good up high.
That was a solid anti-air. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Checks with the projectile. A big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Holds out with the block. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Jumps in. One chance ends with a projectile. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Long low attack hits. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 answers with a psycho uppercut, scrapping it out up close. Medium kick hits. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Barely blocks the jump. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Their will to win is really being tested here. The projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.